The pangs of rifles and cannons echoes through the foggy battlefields, where the stench of pain and death resides where the English and Germans dwell. While this atrocity was undertaken, the United States was safely across the Atlantic Ocean, enjoying the luxuries of life. World War I began in 1914 and lasted until 1918. The United States did not join until 1917. The United States had to join in order to end the war because even though Wilson wanted peace, the Germans used unrestricted submarine warfare, and the English and French could not do it on their own. While Germany was hounding upon Russia, England, and France, Wilson just wanted the fighting to stop. Wilson wanted peace. He openly traded with both sides and did not take prejudice against the side in the war. He traded to both Germany, and then he also traded to both England, France, and Russia. Now, even when tension built up from Germany, trade was still open to both sides. Wilson also tried to mediate peace on December 18th, 1916. He asked both sides what it would take for them to just stop fighting, but both sides showed that they weren't going to give up and that they weren't going to be bought out, and so they were going to fight for their cause. Now, once the Germans started using unrestricted submarine warfare, Wilson stopped thinking so much about peace and started thinking about what should I do about this situation. Now, when the Germans initiated their unrestricted submarine warfare, what unrestricted submarine warfare is it's pretty much they just blew up anything that was in the British war zone, the ocean that was there. And American trade ships passed through this area, and they would sink even neutral ships. So now the first of these cases that really set the Americans off, because this is the driving factor that really instigated America to join the war. Now the first of these cases was the William P. Fry. Now this was a private American vessel that was sunk. The Germans called it an accident, and America kind of just brushed it off. They blew up the ship without any warning at all, and they just killed Americans. And they said it was an accident, so America just off the shoulder. The next was the Lusitania. This happened on May 7th, 1915. Now, the Lusitania was a British liner which Americans were on. It killed 128 Americans when they blew this up. And they blew it up without warning. The Lusitania wasn't even posing a threat. Now, the next of these cases was an Italian liner. Now, this killed 27 Americans, and this was the last straw for Americans. They really just decided that they need to do something about this German superpower and just end it for once and for all. And so even though there was United States citizens killed on the ships, even more were killed during the war for the English and French side and the Russians as well. And now they couldn't defeat Germany alone. So England and France really couldn't do it alone. In the beginning, it was England and France and Russia all against Germany, and so they battled against Germany on both sides of the front since Germany was in between all those countries. And so they had a battle on the western front against England and France, and a battle on the eastern front against Russia. And so Germany's forces were split up 50-50. Now, once they defeated Russia on the eastern front, they moved all of their troops over to the western front, and they had 100% of their troops on the western front, and they made their biggest move through the British and French defenses since 1914. They moved 60 miles through the defense, and they almost reached Paris. They also, not only did they have the 100% of troops, but they also used new infiltration tactics in order to really break through the defense. Now, while Germany was pushing towards Paris, we joined, and it was completely necessary. Now, even though Wilson really just wanted the fighting to stop, we had to join because since the Germans used unrestricted submarine warfare, and England and France could not do it alone. And so, thousands of our United States brothers died in this war, but it was completely necessary, because if Germany were to beat England and France, they would become a complete and utter superpower. And who knows what they would have done? And who knows if our country would even still be here today if they had beaten England and France, or if we didn't join the war. So really, it's I gotta find a better way to end this. Yeah, I need to find a better way to end this, so I'm gonna work on that, and I'll make a next video.